options dashboard. You see this options screener dashboard here. We have created this page to make options analysis more comprehensive in terms of trend, in terms of identifying the trend, in terms of understanding the different parameters which influence the option premium prices. And when you open this page, say for example, here you can take monthly options, you can take any index or any stock name. You can put in Nifty, Bank Nifty or Reliance, any stock name, you can put it here. Or for example purpose, I'll take Nifty itself. You want to change, then you can type in any particular street name apart from this one, and accordingly it shows you the values for that particular option. Let it load. Accordingly, for example purpose, we'll take the case of Nifty itself. And here currently LTP is at 15,119 and futures and options value. The at the money futures, at the money call and put options are this at the money call option and put option values. It shows you here. Okay, downside it now. In this page, you'll find this various beneficial parameters like something called as trend and IV implied volatility analysis, which helps you to analyze the trend as such. Then major support or resistances, where the major support or resistances are there. The major support and resistance, it is showing that 16,000 and 14,000 because it is considering the monthly option of. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's just do a analysis for today's expiry, which happened like this weekly options dashboard. Yeah, same thing. So my major support and resistance currently at 16,000 and 14,000, which are on the broader zone. Okay, and here, if you see this trend and IV analysis here, you will find this put call ratio, option pin, and the IV charts. People who trade in options, they will be knowing this, how important these are for analyzing the options parameter. Okay, along with open interest, these are certain other. Open interest is essential. Apart from that, certain other parameters like this put call ratio, for example, currently it is showing downside. Now if I take you to the put call ratio chart, here it looks somewhat like this, wherein the orange line here, that is the put call ratio, and the yellow line here, that is the closing price, the closing price of the spot value, Nifty spot. This orange line is the put call ratio, this yellow line is the spot value. Normally, I'll give you a simple hint that you'll find a good correlation between the two lines. What happens is many times when the put call ratio is going up, when the put call ratio will be going up as it happened here, the price, the underlying price value also starts following the same. It also tends to move upside from there. Okay, at any point put call ratio, say coming, put call ratio slashing down here, the put call ratio might have diminished appreciably, and accordingly there was a slight decrease in the spot value also. Okay. But normally, ideally, if you see a upward trend in the put call, let me just zoom it. If you see a upward trend in the put call ratio, normally the price also starts following the same. Okay, as it happened here also, for example, or as it happened in the current scenario. Put call ratio that may change drastically. Somewhere on the downside it can come down to 0.4 or 0.6. On the higher side it can go to 1.8 also, as it happened here. 1.8 was the value. In the current scenario, the put call ratio is downside. The put call ratio came down and the price was also downside here. The put call ratio came down and the price was also downside here. If it stabilizes at some point and makes a U-turn, for example, okay, you will never be able to know where it is, whether it has made a higher low. For example, if I say tomorrow, if you see tomorrow rise in the put call ratio, then you can guess that okay, the put call ratio started turning up, and accordingly the price can also go up from here. Otherwise, if the put call ratio still remains downside, that means that the bearish momentum still prevails and the market can further be downside there. Okay, it has already come down. It has already topped out actually somewhere around this level here. Somewhere around this level here from 1.57, the put call ratio already topped out, and that was the point when Nifty was at 15,313. After that, a downside inclination has been there. Say if you see these points, from this point on February 15th, this point on February 16th, the put ratio did turn down. This was a good indication. This was a good indication that the market can also be coming down, and like a longer term, like a intermediate term correction prevails. and the same happened, the same continued currently also. Now, for example, today it is 1.08. Tomorrow in the live market, you can see for the ratio, and if it is going above 1.08, then upside can be expected, or if it is further coming down, then be cautious. Currently, it is downside as a similar about the option pain, LTP versus option pain line. Now, option, okay, how many of you are aware about the option pain data? Any idea about the option pain, how to analyze that one? If yes, then you can put it on the chat log there. I'm asking about the option pain, like this one, the option pain line. It is nothing but the line where the most of the option writers, they plot in their positions, literally a line of pain in the market where most of the option writing happens, for example, and by the time of expiry, okay, I can just give a broader idea about option pain. Deeper in-depth analysis, that is something which is covered in the trading section, because that is related to core technical research, technical analysis of options. But yes, just to give an idea, this option pain is broadly the point where most of the option writers, they plot in their position, and by the time of expiry, somewhere the price tends to converge towards the pain line. By the time of expiry, the spot value that tends to converge towards the pain line. Currently also, if you see, they're moving somewhere near hand in hand, like 15,109 is what the price is at, and pain is currently at 15,000. Like most of the option writers, they are placed in somewhere around this 15,000 value, right? And that, if I see by this point, it's looking mildly bearish, but yes, other factors also need to be considered. How to analyze the option pain, that you need that one will need to learn in depth for further analysis of the pain value. For that, yes, can say one thing, like seriously, like if people looking to learn for options, learn about these options technical parameters, which can further help in understanding the supports, resistances, or the directions. For that, we do conduct some training classes from time to time. The details about these training classes, these training courses, you'll find in this training section. In the training section, you'll find something called as Futures and Options Workshop. If you go to the Futures and Options Workshop page, these are online classes which are conducted from time to time. Say once in every 2 months we conduct these classes. Next batch is coming up on 19th. From 19th to 21st March, it will be a complete online session. Okay, and the fees is 5,900 for that, in which you get the videos of our previous workshop. You get to see the videos of our previous workshop first, and then you attend the main session. This is a bit ulta type. Why ulta? First we will be going through the videos and then attending the main session, because in that case you can be more prepared. You can go through the main videos, the videos of the workshop, the recordings of the previous workshop. You can be better prepared with your doubts and queries, and that you can discuss in the main session. There, we have seen that it works out good in terms of understanding the options, understanding any subject for that part. So that setup is in place. If participants who are interested, they can enroll for the session, or after this webinar, you can get back to me on my mobile number, or you can put in your contact details. We'll help out accordingly. But yes, just to give an idea, back on this track, options pain, as I told you, by the time of expiry, normally the spot value tends to converge towards the pain line. Say if we see let's see for the previous month expiry how it happened, for example. Now say as it happened here, this crossover happening just before the expiry, indication of a bearish market. This crossover happening before the expiry, indication of bearish. Before that it was well bullish, but this crossover happening and then price really crashing down, okay, till the end itself. And here the option writers, they changed their position. They further started writing downside. They further started writing down options at downside values. You see this line coming down. This crossover which happened, that was a good indication that the price is coming down. In the current scenario also, suppose the market turns down further. Just 1 minute, I'll show you. In the current scenario also, if the market further falls down from there, 15,000 is a strong support, but anything below that, we can see strong selling happening further from there. As per the pain value, as it suggests, 15,000 can be somewhere where the price can expire, but if it crosses further below that, deeper corrections can be expected. Similarly, the IV value, IV analysis, currently it is normal, the implied volatility that helps to understand whether at any point I can go for writing options there, or I can go for buying options. I can go for selling or buying options there. The implied volatility, it has got the historical data also. Here on the chart, you can see last 1 year's data. Here, currently it is in a normal value as such, somewhere around 20. Between 16 to 22 or so, it is in the normal range as such. Anything above 21, 22, the volatility will be high. In that case, the premium explosion, the premium drift or the premium movement that happens drastically, that affects the premium change in premium value also. And accordingly, where to buy options or where to sell options, that is the trick here. That depends upon the IV value, whether I need to go for buying options or whether I need to go for selling options. Accordingly, the important support and resistance levels and the high probability targets. High probability are on the same page here. Without much complication, it shows you a scale where you can check it out for the high probability targets also, for if you want to go for intraday, or if you want to go for short-term position trade, if you want to go for positional or short-term position trade. Accordingly, it shows you the target values also. Right? Hope this point is clear to all of you.